are individualists. We are determined to grow, build, and cultivate the life of our dreams. We like our way of living. Who are we? Number 1 in subcompact tractors, number 1 in compact excavators, and number 1 in diesel engines. We are Kubota.
Freeman's Lawn and Garden. Call us at 272-2198.
Hi, welcome to the show today. We have a great show. We have Abby McAllister from Fancy Dancer Dance Studios. She's going to talk to us a little bit about dance and competitions and where they're going to be performing next. Also wanted to go over the quick Grammy winners, the ones that really matter to anybody. It's the record of the year, was won by Bruno Mars and Mark Ronson for Uptown Funk. Like we didn't know that. That was a great song. If you get it in your head, you can't get it out though. Then album of the year was 1989 by Taylor Swift. Song of the year was Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. And see, I didn't know that one, but then that's probably because I don't listen to that music. Best New Artist, Meghan Trainor. It's all about the bass. We're going to go to commercial and we'll be right back in just a second with Abby McAllister.
Hi, I'm Jeff Cannon, President of Citizens Bank of Lawrence County. Is your bank outgrowing our community, or has your bank completely left our community? Here at Citizens Bank, we are a full-service financial partner. We offer everything from all types of deposit accounts, debit cards, online banking, to mortgage loans, 24-hour ATM, telephone banking, and commercial and consumer loans. We are home to Dublin Lawrence County Student Advisory Council, which will be entering its 12th year this fall. We are large enough to offer all the products you want, but still small enough for you to receive the personal one-on-one service you deserve. Stop by and see us today and you'll discover why we are Dublin Lawrence County's community people. Citizens Bank of Lawrence County, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Hi, we're back and we're here with Abby from Fancy Dancer. Now, how long have you owned the studio?
This is my 9th year as of March 1st,
It doesn't
2016.
seem like that long. Wow, 9 years.
It's crazy.
I'm getting old. Anyway, so first of all, let's go about, you're going to be performing this weekend at the Miss St. Patrick's Pageant.
Correct,
right.
yes.
And that, who else is going to be performing?
We have our Fancy Dancer Elite Company and our Fancy Dancer Company girls. A couple of different of our group dances that we've been competing this year will be performing and entertaining at the Miss St. Patrick's.
Well, wonderful. Okay, first let's tell everybody a little bit about what the company, because you said Elite Company, and what the company members are and how they get to be a company member.
Okay. Well, they start out dancing when they're 3 years old. We have some that are 2.5, and they go all the way up. Once they hit about the age of 6, we start pulling them in for what we call pre-apprentice company. And it's scary to tell you that my daughter is now in pre-apprentice.
Oh my word.
I know, she's 6, it's scary. But once they start pre-apprentice, we start kind of training them. They have a little bit more of an intense class just themselves, basically bringing them in slowly to the company. Then they move on into our performing company where they travel with us, and we go all over the U.S. We've been to L.A., we've been to Florida, we're going to South Carolina, we go to Atlanta, so pretty much all over, but
well, that's good.
They love it. And
now,
they compete.
I saw that they have just been to a competition. I know that you go to more than one a year.
Right.
I mean, you go to sometimes 3-4 times a year, and
Yes.
then that's if you don't go to nationals.
Right.
So I saw that they just won several awards.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about that. Because that was your first competition this year?
No, we've actually already been to 2.
Oh,
This is
okay.
our 3rd.
Wow.
We have a new company that we started this year, and it's called our Elite Company. I had quite a few dancers and mothers that the kids they wanted nothing but dance. They didn't want any extracurricular. They wanted to commit to more dance and commit to nationals. And for those people that don't know what that is, it's a basically year round because we're rehearsing up all the way until summer, and we go for a whole week either to LA or to Orlando for a nationals competition. So we started that company this year. So they competed at Tremaine in Atlanta back in November, and then they went to Hollywood Connection in January. And then the entire company was their first competition this past 2 weekends ago in Orlando, Florida.
And that was
LA Dance
LA
Magic.
Dance Magic. Okay.
Yes.
That's the one I saw because I thought, wow, I can't believe that my daughter's not still dancing.
No, it's crazy.
But so, and I know that LA Dance Magic can be a really tough competition.
It can.
And you guys did really well.
I was blown away by the talent because we've been to that particular convention before, and we see some that are good and some that were like, the caliber of dances, it was just unreal. Some of the talent there was just, it was intense.
Now, I think y'all had several girls that did well.
We did. We had quite a few that won, overall stuff. Some won scholarships for the weekend. I think our biggest thing that I was the most proud of was there was a particular judge. They had a guest, which I know you're familiar with LA Dance Magic, but they never have had a guest judge. Well, they had a guest judge, and he was a 4-time Broadway star. He has been on Broadway, 4 different Broadway shows. He's incredible. And one of our particular dances was musical theater. So I was nervous because I thought, oh, he's judging. This is scary. Was he going to like it? And we got one of the highest scores of the night. We and his critiques, we got to hear them. He loved it. He was so impressed and thought it was just perfectly cleaned and put together, and he was very, very pleased with it. And they won a double platinum for that particular
dance. That is really good.
So I was very, very proud of them, for sure.
Well, Broadway, that was always one of my favorites, and I don't know if it was because Jordan being so tall was just really good because it's a lot of leg, and she looked so good doing it, or if it was just because it's very entertaining.
Right.
If you're not, I think anybody can enjoy that, whether you know anything about dance or not, whereas sometimes ballet, you can say, well, it's pretty, but you don't really know.
They don't get into it.
And you don't know, we did because you know how difficult it is.
Right.
But if you don't, then it's hard then musical Broadway theater, that kind of stuff. Everybody can enjoy that because the faces and
it's just the energy.
The energy that's
and this was Cell Block Tango. Who doesn't love the movie Chicago?
Right.
And we laugh because some of the girls that are in it, they're younger, but they're in my teen category now. They're on the young end of the teens. And the other night I played all that jazz for them. And one of them said, "Is this country music?" And I was like, oh my goodness. So it's educational all the way around for these girls.
You need to play them country music now.
And I'm like, no, this is not country music.
Well, that's really well. So you have, about how many girls do you have in company?
We have about 42 company members.
That's a big company. And I know from years of being in it that company girls, they work their bodies off. They really do.
They do.
It's you would be surprised at the amount of dedication that these young girls have to do something so wonderful. Most of them give up any other activities so that they can be at dance morning, noon, night, whenever they're not in school, they're at dance.
They do. And their love for it is what makes them so talented. They're there every day. Most of the older girls are there every single day. They have ballet twice a week. And, we were just at a competition, and one of the directors of that competition was saying that's just not normal. Most studios can't do that anymore. You're lucky to get them in the studio once or twice for classes. And my girls are there twice a week for ballet. They have an hour of tap, an hour of jazz, an hour of stretch and strengthen. And then Wednesdays and Fridays they rehearse for 3 hours. And Saturdays, we usually rehearse 1 to 2 Saturdays a month.
Right. And I think that's what some people don't realize. We've even rehearsed on Sundays, especially before competition. Yeah. So it's not a hobby. It's a life.
It is.
It's a life-changing thing. And it's that way for the whole family.
Right. Oh, yeah.
The whole family has to give up stuff.
They do. And we laugh because my sisters, they know a little bit about dance, and I never got to watch them play soccer because I was always at dance, but they would miss soccer activities just to come see me dance. So that was always nice. But they love it, and it all pays off in the end. And at times it does, of course it gets to them because they would love to go to that, see their friend play baseball or see their friend play a soccer game. Right. But for the most part, it kind of just, they're okay with it after a while. All
right, well, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Listen up, grown-ups. Now that you have switched to natural gas, here are some important things to know. There are a lot of stinky odors around the house, but if you ever smell the odor of natural gas in the air, which is similar to rotten eggs, leave immediately and simply call 911 or your local natural gas provider. If mom or dad need to dig outside, be sure to call 811 before you do. Grown-ups, take this responsibility seriously. We depend on you to keep us safe.
Okay, we're back with Abby from Fancy Dancer, and I know there's a couple other things we want to go with, but I wanted to ask you, you said that you see, one of the teachers said that it's highly unusual to get your girls in the studio that often. Do you think too, because I know it's always been that way for us,
right.
Don't you think that the fact that we live in a smaller area and there's not as much to do or to get into, so the girls, it's easier to get them in the studio, because there's not a lot here to do.
Right.
I mean, and if you're not into sports, then
you're into dance or you're into gymnastics.
Exactly.
Or
so
something,
I think that if you get involved in it, then it makes it a little bit easier because we're in a small town to get them into the studio.
Absolutely.
To keep from being bored.
Well, bored and getting into trouble.
Right.
Let's be real.
Right.
I look back when I was in high school, I never had free time.
Yeah.
So there was, not that I was a saint. I was.
She was, Mom, honest.
No, I was. But I also cheered in high school. But for the most part, I was always at dance. And not only that, but I also have a program at the studio for 12-year-old and up where I have an assistant program, and I teach these girls, what it's like to be an employee. Mm-hmm. So they get to help. They assist the classes. They have to do chores. That's what I call them. Mm-hmm. But they have to learn to pick up for other kids and things around the studio. And they have all kinds of tasks and help the kids in and out of cars. If someone's upset that day, they try to cheer them up, So
clean up if anybody gets sick on the floor, because we had to do that.
Yes, or TT sometimes.
That was Jordan's favorite thing. Actually, Jordan, she just never really cared. She just loved kids, so it didn't.
Right.
And I think a lot of assistants,
they love them. They
either
job.
Love the kids and they stay with it, or they think this is not for me and I can't do this.
And that's fine, but
because that's the ones you want, the ones that really love it.
Yeah, right. And I want them to know if this is something that. And I was an assistant growing up. When I was here with Fancy Dancer, I was a student as well, and that's where I decided that was my thing. I wanted to be a dance teacher, so I credit that to my assisting. So that's why I have it. I want them to have that.
And I think also, even if they don't continue to be an assistant because it's just not for them, as a dancer in the studio, they have more respect for those that do, because they know how difficult
they know it's hard, right? Because if I walk out of that room, they got to keep it flowing. They keep things moving and
keep the little girls from running after everybody, and keep the older girls from
climbing
being on their cell phones. And
yes.
So, all right. So I know you have. We were talking about the 2.5-year-olds and up.
Right.
I know that your younger girls do a lot in the community too.
They do.
They go to the nursing homes. They go to all kinds of St. Patrick's stuff and Christmas stuff. So,
they've performed at 2 different nursing homes this year, and we usually do the Benton House is their favorite. We just did that one last week. We went on Tuesday, and we went around dinner time. And as soon as they finished eating, they danced, and then they made Valentines during class the week before, and they passed those out to all of the residents there. So that's their favorite. But
Yeah.
we love to show them off because they're so stinking cute. And
They are.
they're
That is my favorite.
and
to
my
watch
not
the
only
little
that, but I
ones.
love to watch because I don't teach it. I have to give credit to Amber Johnson. She's amazing with them. But I love to sit back and just watch every time we take them out somewhere to perform. Oh, they did the benefit show as well. Sorry. But you get to see them grow just a little bit more. They may only move one arm that first time. They may
Or
cry
may-
the first
They
time.
may pick up their dress and turn around.
Right, right. And then they may just stare. But by the time the recital comes, and the past 2-3 years, we have had no crying. It's crazy. We kind of break them in slow, and then they move right on into the stage. And
It makes a difference because they do. If you think about it, if you're 2 or 3 years old and you're on that big stage for the first time, that's scary. All
Right.
those people are staring at you, and you're like, why are they staring at me?
I had a mom just the other night send me an email because her daughter didn't really do a whole lot. She got a little upset at the Benton house. She said, I'm sorry she was upset, but I asked her why, and she said she didn't want those people sitting so close to her. She liked the stage better. So there you go. They want, they know, and they start to figure it out. Well,
Yeah.
this is what I want to do. So.
Exactly. So now about the, just anything to do with the studio, and your older girls, y'all have some performances coming up. I know you'll have a recital at the end of the
Right.
school year.
We will perform at the Miss St. Patrick's. We're so thankful that they always call us and ask us, and so does the Leprechaun Contest. So we'll be at that as well I believe that's on a Tuesday night,
It
the
is.
12th,
I
March
think it is.
12th. We have those two, and then it seems like there might be one other that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. But other than that, the recital, which is June the 4th, and we always have a 10 o'clock show and a 6 p.m. show.
And those shows are really good. If you've never seen one, and even if you don't have anybody in it, it's a great show, and it's well worth going to watch. You get to see exactly how much these girls put into it.
Right.
So keep that in mind. If you've never been to one,
It's
you
a
need to
production.
go.
It's a good
It really
show.
is a good.
It really
it's a
is.
good show. So you need to go. Well, Abby, I appreciate you being here, and thank you so
for
much. And
having
we hope we can have you back again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And we'll be back in a second.
Choose the convenience of Neighbors Express and get friendly, courteous service every time you visit any of our convenient locations. Fill up with pay at the pump and take advantage of our bigger and better selection of beverages and tobacco products. And buy 12 packs of Pepsi products, 2 for $6.99. Enjoy the popular crushed ice with your favorite fountain drink. Also enjoy a fresh, hot breakfast. Stop by for lunch or dinner. It's always fresh, always convenient at Neighbors Express. Now located on Central Drive at East Dublin at I-16 and 441, and in Cedar Grove, providing farm fuel for all our customers. Count on the convenience of Neighbors Express.
Welcome back. I appreciate Abby coming by today and telling us a little bit about what's going on in the life of Fancy Dancer. I wanted to give you your Artist of the Week. This is a group it's a British rock band actually from London. They started together around 2007. They have been nominated for 3 Grammy nominations, and they have 2 platinum selling albums, and they've just released a 3rd one, so we'll see if it's going to go platinum or not. When you go to listen to this group, I want you to really listen to the words. If you don't understand them well, pull up the words, because they are very, very good songwriters. They're a great group. It's called Mumford and Sons. That's MUMFORD and Sons. And you will really, really appreciate the work that they put into this when you read the lyrics to their songs. They're going to be in Atlanta sometime in the next couple of months. I know that my daughter and my husband are going. I know they didn't get me a ticket. That's terrible. But it's something that both of them enjoy the songwriting part of it, so they're going to go see them. If you pull it up, you might want to, after you listen to them, you might want to go see them, because they are very good, and I know they're playing several different places in the South, so if you can't get up to Atlanta, you can get somewhere else. But really, Mumford and Sons, you can pull them up on YouTube, you can pull them up on the mumfordandsons.com, I think it is, and they also have, you can just pull up, if you put their name in, it'll come up with a bunch of different sites that you can go to. I also want to say, don't forget, get out there. St. Patrick's stuff is starting up. We've got stuff going on this weekend. The Miss St. Patrick's Day pageant's coming up. You need to take that in, support the girls. Anything else, going on. I highly urge you to be a part of it. You'll probably see me out and about in some of it. I want to throw a big, big congratulations to Hannah Holly, won Miss Augusta this past weekend. She's going to go be competing in Miss Georgia in June, so we can all give her a little bit of our love and support. And hopefully she's going to be on the show soon if I can talk her into it. She's got a very busy schedule with school. I appreciate everybody watching and tuning in, and if you need me for anything, you can Facebook me, you can Instagram me, you can tweet with me, or you can call the studio and they'll put you in contact with me. Y'all call me and let me know what y'all want to hear about, and I'll get it on the air. Y'all have a great night, and I'll talk to y'all soon.